One person said that, you can be a good manufacturer, you could have a good product, you can have a very value product at an affordable price and all, but it's all about storytelling and brand building. Let's understand what leadership is. We don't have leaders. Leader is that person who will take people along, who will make them grow.
Absolutely.
What we look at leaders is we just look at a person as a leader. We don't look at his team. So people do try to develop a business, youngsters, but what they forget about is that they have to work within a framework, within a legal framework. And if they could just take that thing side by side, because this is lacking across the industry, it is only when they get successful and then they realize that, oh, they were doing something good, but it wasn't actually legally correct.
Good morning, everyone. Rishikesh Thete here, reporting from Bharat 2.0 Conclave, where the country's most influential business leaders have gathered to discuss the future of India. Here we have with us today is Mr. Vipin Saini. How are you feeling? How is the day? What is going through your head right?
It's amazing. It's an amazing feeling, and it's an honor to be participating in the Bharat 2.0 Conclave. Yeah, thank you, Rishikesh.
How has your experience been at Bharat 2.0, and what makes it different from any other events that you've been to, similar?
I'll rather say that it is quite exclusive and, different in a manner that it's not monopolistic. Leaders are selected from all spheres, innovation, manufacturing, research and development, academics, regulators, policymakers. So it's a different, and it's not monopolistic in the way that you don't have a single field being there. So it's a interdisciplinary field and conclusive in all aspects. Yeah.
That's a great answer. Let me ask you this. What is the toughest lesson that you've been through in your business journey?
In India, if you want to develop a niche market of yourself, you want to develop a business in a niche area, it's more challenging in terms of acceptance, in terms of people taking you seriously, and in terms of the industry actually being convinced that it's a relative field that needs importance and directive in that regard. So that is there very early in my career. I started as a consultant and developed an expertise for regulatory affairs, which is fairly less understood amongst the industrialists of any kind of stakeholder or any kind of industry you may talk about. So, yeah, that was challenging, but over the years, it took about 20-25 years to start getting recognized in that field. But yeah, it was a tough journey, I'll say. Yeah.
Sounds like one. Do you think there's an opportunity that Indians are overlooking nowadays that is very underestimated, but which could be utilized in a way that no one's actually seeing?
During the conference, the conclave itself, one person said that, you can be a good manufacturer, you could have a good product, you can have a very value product at an affordable price and all, but it's all about storytelling and brand building.
Absolutely.
So that's exactly where we lack. We now only have been able to start fighting the world that we are probably the first people in the world to, build aeroplanes or missiles and things like that, because all of them were recorded in the Vedas and the Vedics. Unfortunately, they weren't recorded in English. And that is how, for the past 40, 60, 70 years, or about a decade, or less than a decade, the world had taken all the glory of that thing. And slowly, now India is taking it back from the globe. And, that's one thing. So, underestimated, just because of the very fact that we could not articulate ourselves and we could not sell ourselves better. So that was probably something lagging, which now, under the Honorable Prime Minister's Modi government, this thing is being revived and the old glory is coming back. Yeah.
Yes, so that's a great answer. Now, I have a rapid fire round for you. I'll ask you questions. You just have to answer the first thing that comes to your mind.
Yeah.
It is going to be very quick and very fun. Here's the first question for you. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's name one overrated leadership quality, according to you.
I beg your pardon?
One overrated leadership quality.
Leadership?
Quality.
Quality.
Yeah. That's very overrated, which doesn't actually...
First, let's understand what leadership is. We don't have leaders. Leader is that person who will take people along, who will make them grow.
Absolutely.
What we look at leaders is we just look at a person as a leader. We don't look at his team.
Okay.
Unfortunate. That's the whole.
Yeah, that's the whole. Of course. What is the one go-to movie or a web series that you watch in your free time?
I love Zindagi Na Milegi Dobara.
Oh,
Yeah, I mean,
great answer.
it teaches you how to live. And if you talk about web series, being from the regulatory affairs field, I would say Boston Legal.
okay.
Yeah,
Nice.
I love Alan Shore in that thing. I love his Blacklist too. But if you talk about legal interpretations and how to express yourselves, Boston Legal. I mean, people say Suits is much better, but I'll go in for Boston Legal.
Yeah, that's a great suggestion. Is there any one leader that you would love to have coffee with? It can be from any industry. It can be from sports, from history, technology, science, any.
See, if I would have wished to have one with someone I'd really like to have, but he's no more, is Ratan Tata ji.
Okay.
Extreme inspirational guy, loved upon guy. And if you say a dream come true would be having coffee with the Honorable Prime Minister Modi. But presently, if you look at it right today, I'd love to have a coffee with Kiran Bedi.
Oh,
Big fan of us.
Smart
Big
answer,
fan.
yeah.
Big fan of us. Big fan of us. Yeah.
Is there any one reason that you could tell the audience that the people should visit Bharat 2.0 Conclave today?
Yeah, I mean, see, normally as an industrialist, we tend to attend all individual industry events wherein you get to meet people and only know the people you already know in the industry, right? But this Bharat Conclave, I'm finding very interesting. It's got people from every different industry, not only a particular field. So if I've come from the agriculture field or the chemical field, they're not only people from there. They're from the like the landowners, the builders, the digital field. Everybody is at one place. So that is what makes it different, and that what makes it more interesting, I'll say.
Okay, nice. And what is one piece of advice you have for the young business leaders attending today?
See, again, coming from the profession of regulatory affairs, which is very less understood. So people do try to develop a business, youngsters, but what they forget about is that they have to work within a framework, within a legal framework. And if they could just take that thing side by side, because this is lacking across the industry. It is only when they get successful and then they realize that, oh, they were doing something good, but it wasn't actually legally correct. So that is one thing, but I'll place across for leaders here.
That was all we had for you today. Thank you so much for joining us. And
Pleasure, Rishikesh. Pleasure. Thank you very much for having me.